And one of the most jarring parts of this coverage is taking a look at the path of the tornado. This is a preliminary estimation from the National Weather Service about the path that this tornado took. And as you can see, literally it was headed right toward the Cox Convention Center. That's where our Grand Rapids Griffins were going to be playing. But as you can see here, then it took an unexpected southerly turn, which was good news because of all those people that were there. But you can see originally it was headed right in that direction, and they were feared that it would make a hit. But our own Larry Figursky has been there as all of this happened. He's there traveling with the Griffins. He joins us now in Oklahoma City with a look at what it was like to be at the Cox Center last night.
Yeah, nerve-wracking, to be honest with you a little bit, Leon. Every day that we've been here, the 5 days we've been here in Oklahoma City, there has been a weather forecast calling for severe storms and perhaps tornadic activity. This day was different, though. Yesterday they came to us in the morning, during the morning skate, about 10 a.m. local time, and informed us that the way the systems were setting up, and Laura can explain those, or Matt, or any of our meteorologists much better than I can, but the way the system was set up, that it had created an opportunity for maybe the worst severe weather that they had had here in 4 weeks. And obviously that's quite a big statement when you think about what happened a week and a half ago in Moore, Oklahoma. And for those of us who were there, and I accompanied some of the Griffins front office people who were helping in the cleanup effort there, to see that devastation, we certainly took it serious. We were here in the rink at about 6:30 when they delayed the pregame skate, and then just before 7 we were all ushered, by we I mean the media, the players, the fans, all down into the lower level areas. And I think you're getting a look at some of the pictures that we tweeted out last night. Most of the local people who are used to these kind of things, you know, it was done in a very orderly fashion, but there was certainly some concern. Again, what happened in Moore and what's happened here in the past, and the size of these tornadoes, as we were told, that there were just twisters, rotations all around the Oklahoma City area here. And as you said, fortunately, ones that went down did just move away from the city, but obviously 9 fatalities. It's not fortunate in any sense for what happened here in Oklahoma City. Now, as for the game tonight, let's show you some pictures inside the building today. There were big concerns because, as we told you last night, water had come into this facility. It had flooded a press box. It had flooded a concourse and went from the upper portion of this rather large building down into the Barons locker room, took down the ceiling there and flooded the locker room, which was ultimately the reason why we could not play. As you can see, the Griffins were on the ice this morning. They were able to skate, as were the Barons, and we are a go for game time tonight. But for the Grand Rapids players, it's a night none of them will forget.
Guys were trying to stay loose, stay ready just in case we did play. But I mean, it's, you know, I think the locals were pretty calm, so it made us calm.
It was a little weird. You know, I did that quite a bit when we lived in Atlanta, so I'm a little used to it. But I mean, it's always, you know, an uneasy feeling. You know, you feel safe, but at the same time, you just never know what's going to happen.
That's the closest I've ever heard it. But you know, we're lucky that we were in a safe spot in the first place. So you know, just glad the damage wasn't too much.
You certainly feel for the people around here and the fact they got to go through this again.
Just doesn't seem fair. Again, as you guys have mentioned, 9 fatalities here in the Oklahoma City area, and really a bad night of severe storms. We will play hockey tonight. That's very secondary to what happened, but a very important night for the Griffins. Down 2-1 in this series. Not a must-win, but one that they certainly need to have. We'll hear from the players more about the game. That's coming up with Jack Doles in Sports in just a few moments. For now, live in Oklahoma City, Larry Figursky, 24-Hour News 8.
Okay, Larry, glad to see you're safe. Thanks for that report. We, of course, are going to be staying on top of this developing story. This is a very developing situation coming out of Oklahoma for both our Griffins there and the devastation on the ground there. Look for updates on woodtv.com and, of course, on your 24-Hour News 8 tonight at 10 and 11.